the signs that you're ready to retire in 2024? And once you retire, do you know all your options for what to do with your retirement savings? Well, joining us now, investment advisor Brian Mirau. Brian, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
Hey, Nicole, thanks for having me today.
Well, Brian, the big question for a lot of people is, can I afford to retire? So let's start off today by talking about some of the signs that we could be ready to retire this year.
Well, here's 5 questions, Nicole, that you want to ask yourself to determine if you're ready to retire, starting with the most important first. And so first of all, are you financially prepared? You got to ask yourself, do you have enough saved to step into retirement? And you got to ask yourself, do you have a plan to deal with emergencies? Do you have enough emergency savings that's going into retirement? And that's extra important as well. The third question we want to ask ourselves is, do you have a plan to deal with healthcare costs? Healthcare costs can skyrocket as we get older. And then we've also got to ask ourselves, are all your obligations met? Or are you still supporting adult children? Things like that. And last but not least, are you mentally prepared for retirement? Do you have a game plan? And what does your retirement picture going to look like?
Well, walk us through how our viewers can assess their situation to see if they've saved up enough money for retirement.
Well, Nicole, when it comes to retirement, you want to make sure that you're financially and emotionally ready. You need to run a retirement analysis and determine, if your retirement plan can provide the resources that will last you the rest of your life. You have to look at your assets, you got to look at your income, your expenses, taxes, inflation, health insurance. You got to look at your debt. You want to look at your emergency savings and many, many other things. And a good retirement analysis is an incredible tool and will help, with the help of an advisor that can assist you in compiling all the information that you need and determine if you're ready. Now, the real question we got to ask ourselves that we get asked many times is, do I have enough to stop working and still maintain your current lifestyle and support your retirement dreams?
Well, talking about saving for retirement, the average annual employee 401k contribution was 7.4% of pay in 2022. But that's according to the most recent data available from Vanguard, one of the largest retirement account record keepers. But how do we figure out what to do with our retirement savings and investments when we retire?
Well, Nicole, in retirement, you want to be balanced in your investments. You do not want to be as exposed to the market risk as we were when we were younger. You need your retirement dollars to work for you, but you also want your dollars to last the rest of your life. Your investment savings strategy and risk tolerance should adjust as we get close to that retirement threshold. Especially now, as we are in these higher interest rate environments that we're in, there are a lot of options out here and a lot of opportunities to earn more growth on our money while still being safe and diversified. And just as important, you need to have a written income plan. While we were working, we knew where our paycheck was coming from. In retirement, you no longer have income coming from a working paycheck. Instead, you're creating your own income from the money that you have saved and you've invested. And that money has to be carefully thought out, and you have to know where your income is coming from for the rest of your life. Now, this tied with a good tax strategy is very important to be efficient in retirement. And you want to make sure that you're not dripping nickels everywhere.
So how can we help people learn about ways to be more tax efficient with their retirement savings?
Well, Nicole, I think this is an area where most folks have opportunities to improve their efficiencies. One thing that we're offering today is a free in-depth tax analysis for all of our viewers. And in our tax analysis, we identify opportunities to become more efficient against taxes in the future. And many times we can identify strategies to reduce thousands of dollars in taxes throughout your entire retirement. And if you haven't looked into strategies like Roth conversions, these could really benefit you in your planning. And Nicole, one more thing today, we're offering a free complimentary copy of my book titled Smart Money for the Backside of Life, along with the free tax analysis and the retirement analysis. And most important, the information on the upcoming tax changes for anyone wanting to set a visit. Now, in my book, I discuss many different aspects of retirement that folks deal with on the backside of life.
All you have to do is text RETIRE to 915-233-2904 for your free tax analysis, and you can set a visit or an appointment to get a visit and receive a copy of Brian's new book. Brian, thanks for joining us today.
No, Cole, thanks for having me.